I'm gonna be honest, wasn't expecting to make a devlog this sooner. This is probably gonna be a much shorter devlog since I'm only gonna be covering the things that I just recently added. But before we begin this video, I just want to apologize, mainly to Metal Sonic. Do admit I was a little bit more negative to the idea of adding him into the game. Again, the original plan was not to keep him alive. You know what? I think it works. I definitely see the potential that he actually carries with making this whole update a lot more interesting. Because I did add some new things to him. So, firstly, the Metal Sonic camera actually has been somewhat reworked. I decided to go for like a more digital approach to the broken cameras. You definitely can see a lot less than before, but you know what? It somewhat works because, you know, Metal Sonic's supposed to be half blind. The way to control him is still the same. You just gotta ping him like different areas and all this stuff. A lot of people suggested that maybe it's best to just make it so that you can just control Metal Sonic just by using like your actual controls. I'm gonna be honest, I don't know how to do that, and I cannot be bothered to code that. So we're sticking with this because it's the most easiest way possible. I also added a new feature for Metal Sonic. Now, the items that he actually is supposed to, you know, carry around actually now serves a purpose. There's gonna be a few maps where, in order for you to get past, you would have to activate something that only Metal Sonic can do. Basically did it the most simplest way possible. If he enters this area with the object it's requesting, and it just, you know, opens, you know, the gateway and other stuff. The way that I coded this allows a lot of flexibility, so I actually don't need to like constantly do like so many lines of codes just to add like one new thing. I could just add like only a couple and that's it. And I'm pretty sure this is probably the most optimized way I can tackle this without it being like extremely cluttered and like a mess to work with. So yeah, I'm pretty happy about that. So I can basically make whatever I want with this kind of thing. It only requires like two things: the area requesting the item, placed where it will take effect. Technically, this is not exactly important. It's sort of to just give like an example of what it's capable of doing. Since this feature has a lot of flexibility, next part of the devlog, I actually added combat into... Sorry, sound made me lose my train of thought. Anyways, yeah, Knuckles now has combat. It's the most simplest combat so far because, again, there's only a few things that I've added. Something that I think you guys might be interested. Wasn't that just satisfying? I'm sure in the video it kind of like lagged a little bit. That's not the only thing he can do. You actually launch yourself and then click. Okay, that is actually really satisfying and fun to do. Yeah, like I said in the other devlog, Knuckles' levels are going to be entirely combat-based, which utilizes a lot of these kinds of elements. And honestly, I think these are the levels that people are going to have the most fun with because, well, I don't know, it's just fun to play as Knuckles, okay? He's actually kind of fun to play around with. Plus, who could not like this? I will admit I'm having too much fun with this feature because, well, it's just satisfying, to be honest. But check this out. Hiya! I didn't see that. Guys, check this out. Hiya! It's gonna be a lot of fun. That's really all I wanted to update. Again, like I said, this whole video is just gonna be talking about like the new things that I've added for Knuckles and Metal Sonic. I don't think there's like any other features I need to add. I think this is all that it needs. I mean, Knuckles already has like the launch, the glide, and, you know, combat, as well as the ground pound. Metal Sonic is somewhat finished, I guess you could say. There's only so little you can do with him. At least like some ideas that I have for him. I don't know, maybe I could add an extra feature just to make him a little bit more, definitely more useful, but definitely more stuff to do in the update. So yeah, I didn't even actually like reset Metal Sonic. He's just dead. And by the way, Pluie got implemented. Still waiting for chapter 3 and 4. Maybe, if I actually cannot get, like, the actual map working, in the next devlog, I'll probably, like, demonstrate a little bit of the ideas that I have for Knuckles, so that way I can make, like, an example layout for one of Knuckles' levels, and you guys will give some feedback whether or not this kind of level design would actually be perfect for Knuckles. The one that I'm currently on right now. This is still just, like, a prototype thing. I want to give an update about the April Fool's update. There's a good chance it might actually not happen, because I have, like, a lot of stuff that I need to work on, and I don't think I have the time to, like, make, like, a whole-on Fool's update. Maybe I could add like a secret ending That's really about it. I feel like the only thing I will change for April Fool's Day is just like update the menu and such, and that's gonna be it. If it doesn't end up happening, then don't get sad. Please. Not good for your health. I kind of ran out of things to talk about, so adios.